Hey everyone, hey to the one person who's in this chat 5 seconds into it. Didn't tell anybody I was going live. So I'm just gonna wait for this to load a hot second. Hey, so first off, I wanted to thank Sophie for having me on her channel tonight and saying the kind words that she did. So if you didn't catch that live I did with Sophie earlier tonight, you can watch it on her channel, Simply Sophie. If you don't know what her channel is, it's I have a post from her in my community tab. You can click it from that. I don't know how to share it, to be honest with you. But I was there earlier, I think for like an hour and a half. And she had said some very nice things, and I wanted to thank her for that. And then we went into a little bit more detail about things I didn't say on the first live. The live I did a couple of nights ago, I really didn't want to go into like this is why I did this and here's A through Z why. Just kind of wanted to make it short and sweet and be done with it. I don't know. I just don't know what to do. I also wanted to thank Danielle Jabali from 90 Day Fiance. You all know who Danielle is. She was like, in season 2. And prior to Angela, Danielle was the show, or the most talked about person on the show. And Danielle knows what it's like to be harassed by this woman they call Maria Vega. Danielle lost a lot because of her as well. And Danielle has been pretty quiet up until this point, and even Danielle reacted tonight. So I really wanted to thank her for stepping in. But it seems that we're at an impasse. And even after I did that live the other night, these people are saying, well, the blood wasn't dried enough. It was cut this way. Like he was, like at the end of the day, I did that to myself because of you. And I figured the other night that like this was going to put an end to all of it. I wouldn't have to listen to this every day. Because again, you'll never know what it's like to have people do this to you, especially after you attempted that, and then afterwards still mocking it. And that's not fun. You know, the and for me to for me to say that you know, there's that 90 days on crack on Reddit, which they're really putting everything out there about how they're lying and everything like that. And for me to like defend Reddit, that's a lot for me to do. But at least somebody in the universe is saying something. And I just don't know what to do. I don't. I was hoping that the other night I would be free of this, that it would be a topic for non-discussion, but now they're going into how my blood dried on my wrists. I mean, like, you can't make this up, man. Like, it just my blood didn't dry the right way. I
But they said that you waited to take the picture when the blood was already dried on your wrist.
Hi,
That's what
Siwa.
they said.
And I don't know what to do. It's clear that I will never have peace. I can say that I'm going to walk away from all of this and never go on live again, but it doesn't stop them from still talking about me. Lord, they're talking about Kathy a year after she died. And it's not that easy for for me to let them talk. It's not. Then they bring my mother into it. Like it's not that easy. I'm sorry. If it was, I wouldn't care. And if it was that easy, I wouldn't have done the second attempt in December. If it was that easy. Maybe I'm not as strong as all of y'all. And that's, probably a good point to make, because clearly I have my own problems. But yeah, it affects me. It affects me so much that I had to redo it 6 months later after the June attempt in December, because I couldn't take it and I wanted out. You know, they clearly know that I have issues, right? That if they don't want to believe the June one, you can certainly believe the December one, right? Clearly, the December one was like a scene out of Dexter, which I said on Sophie's Live earlier. But, still to that point, it's still not good enough. I mean, I don't know what they want from me. To be dead? Well, that would take away half, not even half, all their business. So what?
Well, if you disappear, they still need you, so that's not going to make them happy either. So they don't. They want everything from you, but they can't get everything because they're still not going to be happy. So which is it? Creeps. They're creeps.
No, Nikita, I cannot. The only way you can get an RO in the state of New Jersey, which is, and my state's ass backwards, you can't make left turns, you can't pump your own gas, and you can't get ROs on people. Strike three. But in order to get a restraining order against somebody in New Jersey, you have to be in an intimate relationship with them. So that's out. And I could get protective orders against them in their own states, but then that would have to have me hiring a lawyer in Florida, in Texas, in whichever state, and then have that attorney do the work for me. And, you know, I don't have that kind of money, and I'm not going to ask you all to give me that type of money. So that's out. Because then we're beggars and scammers and grifters, right? So can't do that. Can't do that. And it's a lot of money. I mean, most attorneys want at least $5,000 as a retainer. And that's lowballing it. So, you know, especially when you live in like when you live in cosmopolitan cities like Miami or where's Brooke live, like outside of Houston, you know, those are big cities. So the attorneys want more money. If you live in like some like, you know, hokey town in the middle of nowhere, Montana, you'll probably pay less, but that's not what I'm dealing with. And I just don't know what to do. And I'm open for suggestions because, you know, still, it's so wild and crazy that this is still happening. Ruth, I spoke to, well, I don't want to say who I spoke to, but yes, that's a possibility. But when you're dealing with people who are out of state, we can go through the motions, which I'm trying to do anyways, but the end result is when the motions are done and you do wind up getting a charge against somebody, they're in a different state. And New Jersey is not going to extradite people. They're not going to send Dog the Bounty Hunter to Miami or Texas to bring them back here to New Jersey so they could serve their time. And that's the truth. Which a policeman told me yesterday. But I said, like, let's just do it anyways. No one is, you know, the New Jersey State Police or, you know, whoever they're not going to send people to go grab them and bring them back to New Jersey so they can serve their jail time. I mean, and that's the crappy part about it. It really is. I mean, they get restraining orders or, you know, charges, and they put it on their wall like a trophy, like a badge of honor. Please don't, FBI. They can, like, unless I'm Kim Kardashian going through this, the FBI doesn't care. I'm a nobody with a couple 100,000 followers who talks about TV shows and stuff like that. The FBI can care less. I've been down that road too. And, you know, when you hit as many dead ends as I've hit, up into including trying to take my own life twice in the course of 6 months, you get kind of like, I don't know, hopeless. You know, I've opened up like 5 different cases with YouTube in the last few days, and they'll do nothing. It's fine.
Been there, done that.
And I'm not here to yell and scream. Nope. Not drinking, not drunk, not anything. But I don't know. I just don't know what to do. Danielle said that, let me see, what did she say? It's in my community tab. Let me see. Danielle wrote to Maria on her last community post, which got deleted. Maria, just stop, leave John alone, move on, go enjoy your grandbaby, enjoy life. It is too short to be worrying about what people do that don't even have anything to do with your life personally. I don't see how any of you find time to work, enjoy your family, enjoy life when you're doing YouTube lives all hours of the day and night and watching everyone's every move. So that's what Danielle said. But to hear like the stuff coming out of their mouths tonight, it's like that the blood dry different. Like, God damn it! Like, could you imagine?
Well, that's what they do.
So they get the bloody pictures, my second go at it, and then they're still critiquing it. Like, what sick people are in this world?
I can give you a few.
Like, I can't make heads or tails out of it, to be honest with you. And everyone's applauding them.
Well, because they're sick just like they are, dude.
Bravo. Bravo, Maria. I clearly have had problems and issues, and you clearly brought me to that point again. But now it's, oh, the blood was too dry. And here we are. And you could hate me all you want. You could hate me, but like, I have to think in my head, even if somebody just hates me with the passion of 1,000 burning suns, that even they would have the wherewithal to look at this and say, actually, guys, you know, he did do it again. It was severe. He's having problems or had problems. Like, you know, maybe we should like stop this. No. They say, let's keep going and go harder and literally dissect the blood that was dripping off my wrists. I feel like Shannon. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. You have a nurse, Brooke, admitting to saying she's going to step on my neck until she gets an answer out of me. You have a nurse, Brooke Graham, who is supposed to like want to help people's lives, not only like harassing someone with mental health problems, but saying she's going to put their foot to my neck. Like, I just don't know. I was just really hoping that this would be finished. They got what they wanted. And not only that, they're bringing up my mother and her ass, and using that as a weapon against me. And yeah, I wish I could ignore it. I really do. but I can't. And I know I did lie about this, the second attempt. I didn't tell anybody about it in December. I said those pictures were from June, thinking after the fact that when they saw those pictures, they'd be like, okay, let's leave him alone. Wait, what's Siwa? Wait, what? Wait, Siwa, what? What information does some weird Canadian woman have on my mother that I don't know? See, this is insane. This is insane. Oh, this is insane. You know what? And it's my fault, honestly, for being too candid with my life, for telling people about my life story. This is my fault. I only have myself to blame because I never thought in a million years that there were such evil people in the world that get off on this type of thing. It's my fault. Oh my God. Well, Muzz, I know you're in the chat, but even my stepbrother was saying that you were spreading false things about my mom. I don't know who to believe, to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know. But it's my fault, ultimately. I was very, and it's my fault for trying to befriend so many people and giving my phone number out to people. And, because I really thought that people had just good in their hearts. Wasn't it last year when, who was the one running the John Yates racist, cancel John Yates thing on Instagram where they posted the motel where my mom took her own life at? But that's fun. That doesn't weigh on my soul at all. And all the stuff that we mentioned on the last live and the stuff that me and Sophie did just earlier today, that doesn't weigh on anybody. I know I'm very guilty of saying a lot of nasty things. And you're right, guys. To the haters, no one's forcing the wine down my throat. No one's forcing a knife to my wrist. That's all on me. It's all on me. I'm the one doing it. I'm the one going live like I am right now. I'm doing it. No one's forcing me to say horrible things about people when I'm backed into a corner. It's me. And I get that. And I'm guilty of it. And God, I wish I could say like that we're making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars off of this YouTube stuff. We're not. And I'm still sitting here feeling shitty about life and everything. I mean, like, if I was laughing all the way to the bank, it'd be one thing, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Lord knows I'm not. Oh my God. My once very vibrant channel, like if you scroll down to the views I used to get in the 10s and 20 and 50 and hundreds of thousands of views I used to get per live, then I was laughing to the bank because I didn't care. Sure, I don't care. Talk about me. I'm making money. But y'all have done a great job of ruining my name and my channel and my sanity. I mean, I used to be able to do just a stupid recap of a show and get at least 10,000 views. And I know I'm partly to blame for it because I did react. And, you know, I can't say that I am an innocent person because I'm not. I'm not. But when people are using hashtag John Yates in every live they do, and they just speak lies, lie after lie after lie. And then, you know, if you put the hashtag in, you search my name, and then like you see all that stuff with no evidence or proof whatsoever, you're not gonna watch me. You're gonna believe these idiots. You know, that's how it is. I'm just being as honest as possible right now. And I promise y'all, I haven't had a drink. Not that it matters. I could be drinking it right now. Like, you know, I am a 45-year-old man who's lived a hard life way before this YouTube stuff ever happened. So if I want to drink, then I should be able to drink. It's not for you to decide, oh, well, John's drinking. Well, too bad. I guess it's better than them saying that I used to be on meth all the time. I guess I'll take like the demotion, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. But if I want to drink, it's on me. I'm a 45-year-old, well, 44. I'll be 45 in March. I'm a 44-year-old man. I'm not some teenager. Who is trying to drink, you know, when his parents are away at a party or some shit. Oh, yeah. But you know, I guess a little part of me was hoping that after I did that live on Wednesday that it would stop. But now they're going into CSI friggin' Miami Dexter forensics. Like, you know, well, the blood dripped this way and not that way. Like, are you kidding me? What is wrong with you? Like, seriously. What is wrong with you? I just don't know. I'm doing this for money. Well, you didn't hear me do it. Like, you know, if I wanted to stage an S attempt for money, well, in December, that would have been my way of doing it. Wouldn't it have been? I could have posted those very bloody wrist pictures back in December. if I was in it for like to scam people. Again, I don't know. You'd have to be a real psychopath to cut yourself the way I did, in the hopes that maybe a few YouTubers would be, oh, I feel bad for you, John. Here's some money. Like, am I making sense, Cody? Like, am I right or wrong? I don't.
I can't keep up with this, with the craziness of these fucking people. That's why I stay out of it, because they're nuts. And I'm sorry, but they need to be put in fucking hospitals. So I don't even know. I don't know. I stay out of it because I don't care what they say. They don't bother me. They aggravate me when they aggravate you, but that's it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what they say. I got my own life to live.
JC, it's not the. It's easier said than done. Just block them. Just ignore them. No, it's. I'd be lying to you. I mean, shit. How many times have I said I'm not gonna? It's clearly taking a toll on me, or has taken a toll on me. I mean, I'd be lying to you right now if I said, okay, sure. But when you're talking daily, and it's just not Maria and Ann and Brooke and all, it's many other people at the same time running their monetized YouTube chats over everything I do. They're making money off my misery, and they're feeding into it. They make me miserable, so I drink. Well, you know what? They're not making me drink. I'm the one. They do this to me, so I get mad, I react, and then they can go live and make money off me. That's the circle here. That's how this works. And now take me out of the equation.
Oh, you can't.
Off of Anna Maria's channel, Brooke's channel, Cooch's channel, whoever else's channel, where they do live after live after live. Now take me out of that. What will their channels be like if they are not talking about John Yates? And that's why it will never stop.
Because they're bullies.
They're still talking about Kathy. She's been dead for a year. So when I say, even if I hang up, I mean, a few months back, I deleted everything. Well, I didn't delete. I deactivated both my Instagrams, my Twitter, my YouTube, my TikTok. I took everything down because I was done. And what happened? What happened? People were making new John Yates accounts saying that I got my account deleted. Just like Brooke said, she got my account down. They're all posing as me because they couldn't let the John Yates train stop chugging. And that's true too. So I had to come back and show all my accounts and say, like, listen, I wanted to be left alone, but now, because too many people are making money off of me and posing as me and talking as me. And God, I know they can't be making much. Like, I don't know. Like, I hope your soul burns in hell for years for this. I mean, I have tried every different way. I disappear. I shut my stuff down. I tried to end my life. Do you know what it's like for me to sit here and have to deal with this?
They don't care.
Yeah, I bring you. Okay, listen.
They don't care, babe.
I can bring you the content. Lord, I had an interview with Molly. I had the scoop on something else. They don't care. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The whole Paul thing was turned on me. How about there's some content. Right? Look how that Paul thing worked out. I'm getting blamed for staging his death. I mean, like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I mean, come on, people. Get with it already.
So, yeah. What do you want from me? I don't know.
I hate it, guy. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Let's not forget everything he said to Karini, or what Karini posted, or what this Issa girl posted, or what, his mom gave me to post. They're saying I was behind it the whole time. That's a real reach. How the whole Kathy thing played out, and now I'm still getting accused of that when I had to get interrogated, subpoenaed, whatever, my bank accounts, my text, my phone, whatever, and came up clean as a whistle because I had nothing to do with it. And now, that was in April, was it? Almost October, so I don't know, almost 6 months later, this is now being resurfaced. And I wish it was so easy just to say, like, yeah, I'll ignore it. But when you have 10 YouTubers living their life on me, and just coming up with the worst things they could possibly say about me. And using my name to get clout. I mean, I maybe I should, post a story or a post where and tag TMZ and people and whoever else, Us Weekly, In Touch, where I've been getting harassed by the same group of people, and since I'm this big shot blogger, right? Where I will show them everything and my wrists and all of it and tag them in it. Even Danielle spoke up, and I knew that took a lot for Danielle to speak up because Maria ruined Danielle's life for 5 years straight. At least
longer than that.
Probably longer, but I'm going to lowball and say 5 years. I mean, Danielle was first on the show in 2013, and then up until 2018, Maria was still screwing with Danielle Jabali and Beth. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And then what happens to Danielle's comment? It gets deleted. And they're talking about in their community tab, oh, Julie sent it to me. Okay, yeah, she did. And what? So Julie sent me the screenshot of, Julie wasn't the only one. I just used Julie's, the one that Julie sent me. She wasn't the only one that sent it to me. I got it from several people. But it's very hard to live like this. Clearly, since I tried to take my own life twice in the scope of 6 months. And afterwards, it's only because I started speaking to people and therapists and stuff like that, because Lord knows 2023, look what's happened to me this year. And it's because I've been talking to people and therapists and stuff like that, that I'm not in the same boat that I was in June of 2022 or December of 2022. But these people will make sure that I'm there again. It's taking a toll on my marriage, both our health. Like, you know, Cody was in the hospital for a week last year in intensive care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. They don't know it. Nobody cares. Cody was just sick again a few weeks ago in the hospital again. Nobody cares what the toll this takes on us and our family. Clearly, if they're talking about blood splatter, and if my blood wasn't dried enough for them, they don't care. I know, Lisa. I know. But it's a lot for me. And maybe because I'm an empath and I feed on people's energy, I don't know. But like for me, it affects me. I wish I had no heart, or I was a sociopath like the rest of them who could just sit there and lie and try to ruin people's lives and kill them. I wouldn't wish I was that type of person, but like I wish that it didn't faze me. And they all know it phases me. And they're relentless attacks. I mean, like shit, like even the other night when I was doing the live, I was getting, someone in the group, and I got a super chat, third time's a charm, John, do it again. Like, this is the type of caliber of the people that you're dealing with. And they all have a good joke at it. They all have a good laugh. It's fine. The members, the subs in there, paying them, giving them good super chats for talking about how the blood ran out of my wrist. Could you imagine being that dark-sided?
Yeah, they talk about
could you imagine being that dark-sided? Super chats. They're getting super chats for saying that, well,
money for bullies.
The blood poured out of my wrist at a 45-degree angle. So, like, he's lying. Well, Jesus, I had no idea that we had so many forensic oh Lord.
This is what they love.
And there is nothing more that I would like to do than to just continue on and talking about the shows and like whatever, because I never needed them. I they were all members of mine. They were moderators of mine. Some were panelists. Oh, evicted. Oh, yeah. They've been saying I've been evicted from my place ever since we moved in here. We've been in here for 3 years now. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to really go into that again. Like, if you want to watch Sophie's live I did with her earlier, you can hear about that there. I'm not going to go back into it. I don't think I am, though, honestly, because here I am still being affected by it. Let's be honest. Still being affected by it. Still upset about it, still hurt by it. And I just don't understand what the end game is with them. I don't know if it was Jules or not Jules. I heard that Jules weirdly defended me, I guess, yesterday. Like, so what? I don't know. I don't listen to her either. So, but somebody told me that Jules defended me. I don't know. It is what it is. But, I played the clip before of Anna Maria saying it's official. We've been evicted from our house. It's on Sophie's Live if you want to hear it. And we're out in the street.
How is it official if we're still here, though?
Yeah, well, again, where's the receipts? It's official. We were evicted. So where's the receipts on that? I don't know.
Okay for them to say that and
Hey, Amber. But they can say whatever they want about me with no proof whatsoever.
Okay.
And I would love to say that their subs just follow them blindly, but they don't, because they know they're lying, because the subs are lying too. It's like it is what it is.
Yeah, that's true. They are lying too.
It is what it is. Well, it's better than Jen Bailey, Amber. But I just don't know how to move forward, and I just don't know what to do. You have Maria just saying she's never going to stop. I mean, God, she should be arrested just for that. I'm never going to stop bullying him. I'm never going to stop harassing him. Like, Jesus. Oh, God. No, if I followed Jim Bailey's lead, I'd be in jail for 2 months. And despite all the assholes' attempts to get me there, I'm not going to do that. Sorry.
You're not like them.
Okay, I already have professional help. You're not helping me out here very much, Design Diva. Sorry, you're not. I'm just saying, like, I don't know what to do. I never thought tonight that they would be putting my wrist pictures up and saying, well, the blood's dried. So, like, God, what is wrong with you? And the people in the chat. Like I said, hate me all you want, but this is insane. It really is. Jesus. Nope, not going to say that. I'll get in trouble for it. See, now if I was drunk, I would have said it. I wanted to give a very good metaphor. I'll say it. And I don't feel this way. And I in no way want to hurt myself or anybody else right now, just so we're clear. But if they're taking my wrist pictures and saying, well, the blood was dried and he did this for that and he did this for this, like if I had put a metaphorical gun to my head and pulled the trigger, they'd say, well, the bullet coursed through his brain this way, and even though he's gone, he didn't mean it. Like that's what I'm trying to talk about here. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. Oh, Shelly, I don't watch them at all. People think I watch everything they say. Like I don't. Because if I did watch all their lives, I would probably be back in the nut house. I would be. Because you have no idea what it's like to hear the stuff that comes out of their mouth, me being me, and and then the people in the chat are paying them good money to lie and harass and bully and send people like me over the edge, where I had to try and take my own life 6 months later. So I do not listen to anything they say. I do not. And there's not enough time in a day, to be honest with you, because when you have at least 10 YouTubers going live about you constantly, if I had to listen about what everybody was saying about me, I wouldn't sleep at night or ever. I'd have to become a vampire. I would have to become a vampire, because there's no way I can listen to, and you have maybe 3 or 4 streams going against me at once. And I do have a life. And YouTube is not my life. I'm sorry that, if YouTube is your life, then that's on you. But I do like to get out of the house. We do have a job outside of YouTube. And I can't be here morning, noon, and night. Like I just want to do when things are kind of normal. Like I just want to do my lives about the shows. We go live about Sister Wives or 90 Day or Housewives. Maybe an hour to 2 hours a night, and that's that. And then, on the weekends, we'll do some fun lives, or Mara will come up and we'll talk about diarrhea stories, just stupid fun stuff like that. That things that people can maybe relate to. I love when me and Mara are live together, because she's a pisser and I love it. But that's basically it. I don't need it. I'm not one of these people that has to go live and dedicate my channel and bully somebody
Come on.
to make it their whole livelihood. I mean, look at Brooke's channel. It's Siwa. You should check if there's cameras in your house. You should. Crazy. Look at Marie and Ann's channel. Look what they do. Or look at Gooch's channel, for Christ's sakes. It's all me. It's like JNN. But these people, knowing that I've had issues with mental health, where I tried to take my own life. Yeah, Julie, you can come up. I thought you were sleeping. I didn't tell anybody I was going live. What was I saying? Thank you, Roro. But like, look at their channels and look at the dedicated hate they have towards people. And YouTube allows this. How does YouTube allow it? And granted, I might say some stuff here and there about people, and that's true. And I've gotten reported and I've gotten struck for it. And I paid my, I paid my time. If I got struck by YouTube, then I couldn't go live for a week or 2 weeks. I paid it. I paid for it. Don't let people think that like I didn't pay for it. Like when I said some horrible things, I have.
Hey. Hello?
Yeah, you're up.
Hi.
Hey.
I just woke up a few minutes ago. So you're saying that Maria said I shared that screenshot with you?
Because I posted the screenshot you sent me with, and it was your avatar and the thing, and so I posted it. So yeah, but like you weren't the only one, Julie. I got it from
No,
many
it's
people.
fine. I sent it to you, but can we just share how brilliant Maria is? Because if you look on her community tab, can you see it right now?
No, let me look.
She's posting the screenshot of that I sent you, that I took from her page, the picture of the comment from her page, so you can see my avatar because I took the screenshot. So she's saying that I'm the person that made the post on Reddit because it's my avatar. I am not on Reddit. I don't have a Reddit account. I'm permanently banned from Reddit. Maria knows this. I've said it a million times. I've proven it with video showing I'm permanently banned. She's banned too and knows that you can't have a Reddit account to post or anything like that. But she sees my YouTube avatar. Maria, that screenshot is from your page. I saw Danielle write it on your page and I screenshotted it.
And by the way,
Dumb
the 90s on crack page,
Momo.
which I keep posting about, which I should not like, but like I was banned from them too. So there you go.
She's
I was
so
also banned from 90 Days
stupid.
on Crack on Reddit. So like I have nothing to gain. I was banned on Reddit. I'm usually banned on every Reddit that like I try to comment on when people are lying about me or whatever. But I'm also banned from 90 Days on Crack on Reddit. So there you go.
She just lies. Lies, lies, lies. Maria, look closely, you dumbass. That is a screenshot of your page. It's not from Reddit, idiot. And another thing that I heard her say, she said that I said that it's hate crimes what they're doing to you now because you're in a protected group, because you're gay. And that is not what I said, Maria, you big fat
Be
Momo
careful what you
liar.
say. I don't want this
I
to
said
get.
big fat Momo liar. Maria, what I said is that going after John and attacking him now is a hate crime because he is a vulnerable person in a vulnerable group. It's got nothing to do with being gay. It's the fact that he attempted to hurt himself again, and you know this, and you're still attacking him. And I'm talking to several different attorney general's offices, as you know. The chat may or may not know that, but and that is the angle that we are looking at. It is a hate crime now because you are knowingly attacking somebody that you know has mental health issues and has attempted to hurt himself multiple times. Again, nothing to do with being gay, you homophobe, Maria. So just stop with the lies.
Well, she's incapable of doing that,
I know
as we found.
this is what makes me want to reopen a channel and an Instagram and all that to, dispute all these lies. And I'm trying so hard not to, but it's just so infuriating. These people just believe it. I mean, they're so dumb. Just that post that she just posted saying it's me on Reddit. And it's not, like I said, it's me taking a screenshot of her own YouTube community page, and people are writing in the comments, F around and find out. Like, what does that mean? F around and find out what? That I took a picture off of a screenshot off of your YouTube page, Maria? I mean, her subscribers are even dumber than she is, I think, if that's possible. It's so infuriating and maddening though watching them lie. It really is. And I wish I knew the answer for you because I know how hard it is for you. I do. And if I could fix this for you, I would. But all I can do is continue to try. Like I said, I'm working with the several different attorney general's offices and trying to go at it from the hate crime route. Again, nothing to do with being gay. Everything about you knowing that he is suffering with mental health issues.
And God
Maria,
forbid,
Anne.
like, let me say this, and again, let me make this clear. I am not feeling in any way that I want to do harm to myself or anything. I don't need the cops coming here. I don't need being. I'm speaking clearly about this because it needs to be said. Like, they already know now that the second time in December was due to them.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said on Sophie's live earlier, the blood dripping down my hands and wrists are on their hands. So that should be a warning, right? So God forbid, and I'm saying I'm not going to do this, but what happened if I did it another time? What happened if I did it another time and I was actually successful in it and I died? Don't you think
You
that
better believe they will pay.
they will all be arrested? Because that's what happens now. So, like, you would think that knowing that they brought me to it the second time in December, that they would stop and leave it alone and say, listen, okay, we're bullies.
Yeah.
And, like, let's just lay off of John and let him do his own thing, right? But I'm saying I'm not doing this. But say it were to happen again, which I'd be very clear. But hypothetically, if I were to do it again and die, what do you think is going to happen to them? And
Oh,
that's
I know what'll
like
happen.
that's kind of why I did it the second time in December, because I wanted them to pay. I wanted them to pay for what they were doing to me, and I wanted everybody to know online that you can't do this to people
No.
because there are actions and consequences, and that's why I did it. It's one of the reasons I did it. Well, no, but like
Michelle.
that's why I did that. So, like, say I'm gone and I was successful, but what do you think is going to happen to them then? And like, I have hundreds of thousands of followers, right? Like, and across all social media, and everybody knows who the people are who have been doing this to me. Do you think you're going to walk away from this? I
As
mean, you're
God is
already skating
my
on thin ice
witness.
as it is now. You're driving on ball tires
As
right
God
now.
is my witness, if something happens to you because of them.
I just want to make this clear. This is hypothetically.
Yes.
But clearly, Julie, when they're talking about the blood was dried or not dried, it wasn't bleeding or not bleeding. Like, first it was cat scratches. Now when like the bloodier pictures come out, which is on their heads,
Yeah.
it's not good enough. And, and they keep going. So what do I do?
I don't know, but something else I want to say. I was listening to their live tonight. Maria talked about John Bailey again, and she said I was lying in your chat or in Sophie's chat saying that John Bailey didn't say that stuff. Maria saying I don't talk to John Bailey anymore. John blocked me. Maria, I talk to John frequently. I talked to her at length today, And she said, "You're a liar, Maria." She said
Wait, you
that she,
talked to her today?
I sure did,
Oh.
because what Maria was saying. Maria was saying that Jen, Jen said that you were talking about what you were talking about on December 2nd. And she was saying that it wasn't anything about them. You were upset about your mom, and that was what made you do it. And that then she said that she blocked me because she was mad at me and you because you talked to Siwa. And I was like, no, I'm not going to let her say this stuff. So I called Jen and I'm like, Jen, is this true?
Well, I
And
told you
again, I've talked to
yesterday to
Jen
not.
many times in the last couple weeks, 3 times at least this week. Maria, I've never stopped talking to her. She knows who you are and what you are, Maria. And Clint promised me tonight, and Jen promised that she's not going to freaking fall for your BS anymore and
Oh,
blocking
Julie,
you.
stop.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm just
Julie,
setting Maria straight. She's a
Julie,
liar.
like Jen, come on.
I'm just saying, we'll see what Jen does, but
Jen, Julie, did you not call me yet? Was it yesterday or the day before
yes,
with Jen,
yes.
with
I'm
Jen on
just
the
saying the
line?
stuff
And
she
she,
said today was a lie. The stuff she
who?
said,
Who's lying this time?
Maria. Maria saying that all this is happening because Jen went to her and said, "I'm not going to stand for John saying that what he did in December was about you."
Nobody was talking about December. The only two people
I'm
that knew about December was Julie and Jen.
exactly. So that's what Maria said, though, that John was like, "I'm not going to let him blame you, and that's wrong, and blah, blah,
But
blah."
Jen, you ran to Maria about the only two people that knew about December. The only
Yep.
two people in the world, and Cody. So Cody, Julie, and Jen. So I know it wasn't Julie, and I know it wasn't Cody.
She
So,
admitted she did it. She told me she admitted it. And the
Maria
reason
had
for
said
it
on her
is
live
not
tonight that Jen came to her and gave her everything. Maria already said that on her live.
and Jen, the person
Maria
who
said
really
that
suffers from mental illness, is the
Jen
one
was
that
mad
does
because
this.
you
God.
weren't talking
See,
to
like
her.
God.
Jen's telling me Maria's lying. So, and then Maria's like, "I'm going to get Jen up on her panel." And I told Jen she said that. She said, "Absolutely not. She's not doing that." And she said she made a mistake by ever sharing that picture with you of you in the first place. And she told me her reasons for it, and that Maria turned around and made this a whole thing to try and, of course, attack you. And
But
she's
see,
saying
but
Jen
Jen
said
was
and did
mad that
stuff
I
that
went and Siwa. You still in the chat, Siwa? I don't know if you're still here. I went
she
on
got
Siwa's live
pissed.
for like
You
what, like
went
20
and
minutes that one night. Like it
yes.
wasn't even like it wasn't planned or anything. I came up for like a few minutes and like that was it.
Yes. And I told her that she was so mad. She's like, "After everything Siwa did to me, how could you guys talk to her?" I'm like, "What? We don't know what Siwa did to you." I said, "Nobody was watching Siwa. We don't know what happened." And I told Jen, I said, "Whatever Siwa did," and I said this today, she's like, "Why would she do that to me?" I said, "You did that interview with her husband at the time, now ex-husband." So, she was pissed off and upset about that. And I told Jen, I said, "You and Siwa should probably talk because Jen was a pawn in that whole interview anyways. It was supposed to be Maria and
Which I
Crew.
said on Siwa's thing too.
Yes,
But
I know
Siwa's
you
but
defended
Jen's
her.
okay with being friends with Amber again after all that.
And I told her, I said, "Jen, you've been buddy buddy with Maria on and off this whole time. And neither John or I said a word about that to you. So you shouldn't be upset about talking to Siwa." And I said, "It's not like we were friends. That's the only time we had ever even talked to her." And she's like, "I know." And I said, "You should really talk to Siwa." And she's like, "Well, she needs to apologize." And I said, "You need to apologize too. You did the interview, and you need to explain to her and make sure she knows that you were used as a pawn." Jen didn't even, I mean, it was wrong to do that interview, and she
I was
knows that,
defending
and
Jen on
took it
Siwa's
down.
panel.
Yes, I know you
I
were.
was.
I know you were.
But she was so mad that she ran to Maria, the person she called me every night about yelling and bitching about.
Yeah.
Like, and I can post every one of Jen's texts right now.
She sounds
Don't
like she
do
got
it.
attention about
No,
it.
I'm not,
Don't,
because
because
it's not
Maria,
going to matter
I
anyways.
really think that Maria is taking advantage of Jen as she always did. We all know
Oh, what
Maria
else
does.
is new? Oh
We
my God,
know
come
Maria
on.
doesn't care about Jen. I mean,
Jen has no spine, or she's
She don't
weak.
care. If anybody believes her, she's
Yeah,
different.
Jen will.
I think she's just
Whichever
afraid
way
of
the wind
Maria,
blows,
honestly.
Jen will look. And I've said religiously from day one that Jen is the biggest flip flopper there is on the world, and those words still hold true, because I can post every horrible thing that Jen has told me about Maria in these last like few weeks since she got out of jail.
Oh,
And let's not,
don't do it.
people are saying Jen's doing good, she can hear herself. Jen doesn't miss a beat. She is just as plugged in as Maria
And
is.
Radicore Design Diva, I told Jen that tonight too. None of these people are your friends. And I told her, I said, I include myself in that, even though I've always had her back and never have done a thing to her. I said, Jen, everyone, again, to reiterate, including myself, don't trust anyone. None of these people are your real life friends. You don't know them. And it's true. And she knows Maria is
Sandra,
pure
I don't know what that
evil.
means.
Huh?
I don't know what Sandra's comment means. I'm unclear what the. I'm sorry, John. You were doing to Jen what they. Jen is the whole reason this all started.
He's not doing anything to Jen.
I'm not doing anything to Jen. I stood by Jen
He's
like an idiot.
always had her back. Always. Jen made Jen said she made a mistake and is wrong, and she knows it was wrong. She shared that picture from December with Maria. But Maria is saying, "Oh, Jen told me that he was upset over his mom." And that's not true. Jen, I confronted her today about that. I said, "Why would you tell her that? That's not true." Because
I'm
I know
annoyed with
what was
you for
going
talking
on
to
in
her
your head.
again.
Because guess what? I knew about December 2nd too. Okay, so I know what was going on and what you were upset about
Yeah,
and all
cousin
that.
Joe, stop the cousin Joe. I appreciate you, but like, let's not do the political stuff right now, please. I have enough on my plate. Love you, Joe. Just let's
Yeah, not the time.
not. It's read the room, Joe.
Um, so, but she said Maria's lying, and I'm like, well, you should say something because she's up there throwing you under the bus, saying that you're saying this, and
Well,
you're
no,
going to
but
go
Jen
on a
won't,
channel.
because she sits there behind the scenes and watching every live that everybody else does, and then so Jen has been as the second Jen Bailey got out of prison, she's been watching everything online, and I have proof of it. I mean, I have her words saying it
Don't
verbatim.
post anything. Just Maria is manipulating Jen like she always does. And Jen knows it. She knows Maria has never been and never will be a friend. I even talked to Clint tonight and I was like, Maria, you need to keep Jen away from her. She's a master manipulator and she's just trying to cause more problems for her. She's making it, bad for John and making things worse, making you hurt more by trying to use Jen to manipulate and hurt you. She's trying to play you against each other.
So
Jen knows that. Jen agreed with it.
Jen
So,
just invited me to live in her house with.
yep. And she said that tonight. She's like,
How does that make
I
sense?
love John. I just invited him to come live with us. And I said, well,
Yeah, but now,
Maria,
but you're mad because now all of a sudden I wasn't paying attention to you, and
she's not
because
mad. She was hurt
well,
that you talked to Siwa.
Julie, I
But
gave negative 15 shits,
no,
whatever
I'm
she
just saying
feels.
she's not mad. She was hurt that you talked to Siwa. And again, it had nothing to do with her, number one. And if you're going to get mad, even if you did know whatever Siwa did or didn't do to Jen, it's not about you. It wasn't about me. But we don't know what happened.
But see, like
But you can't be
exactly,
mad
Julie, me
about
and you
that
don't
when
know what went on between
you
Siwa
can't be
and
mad
Jen.
about
We don't know.
somebody
But
wanting.
Jen knows better than anybody. Jen was going to be a witness of mine in the restraining order case. So Jen knows better. And then
I know.
what did she do? She saw that me and Siwa were alive, so she ran to Maria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened too. But Anyways, good night, cousin Joe.
You need help.
Maria's just
Good
using
night,
her though,
Joe. I
trying to
love you,
manipulate
Joe.
her, and I believe, in my opinion, Jen is intimidated and scared of Maria. And
What
you
else?
know, she didn't tell me that, but that's my opinion. But Jen knows you and I have always had her back, never have done anything to her. But I told her tonight, you can't trust anybody, anyone, myself included. Stay away from Maria. You know she's the devil. And she's like, I know.
I don't know why you wasted your time. I
Because
thought we talked
I
2 nights
just
ago and you said you were done with her.
I don't want, because Maria was up there lying,
It
saying
doesn't
Jen.
matter, Julie.
Well, I wanted her to set the record straight.
Okay. So where's Jen live saying, let's get Jen up? Where's Jen Bailey? Here's the link for Jen. Because she's sitting behind the scenes lying to everybody. Everybody. So here you go, Jen Bailey. Set the record straight.
Jen, if you're listening, please come
She's
up.
listening. And it's a waste of, I told you 2 days ago, Julie, it's a waste of time talking to her. It's a waste of time.
Text me the link. I'm going to text it to her.
Yeah, she won't come up. Hold on, I'll text it to you. She won't come up.
Well, we'll see.
But I'm sure she'll go on Maria's channel.
Oh, she's talking to her now, probably.
Julie talks to everyone. No, I don't. Is that supposed to be like rude?
No, me and Julie were friends with Jen for a long time. So.
All right, hold on. I'm going to text her.
She won't come up.
Hey, John, come here.
She won't face the music.
Are you there?
Sorry.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
I
We just cleaned out our fish tank. Sorry. Cody was showing me our fish tank. Sorry.
Ruth, what does that mean? Julie talks to everyone. Have the balls. I don't understand. Oh, okay. Oh, have the balls. You mean to Jen to come up? Gotcha. Okay. I just didn't know what that meant. But I'm just sick of Maria and the freaking lies. And she said tonight several different times, I would be happy to never talk about John again. We don't want to talk about him. But I have to respond. I have to respond. Maria, you are not responding. Momo, you are the one doing this. John hardly ever talks about you. You are always talking about him. He went months and months and months without talking about you, Momo. And yes, I'm calling you Momo from now on because you're calling me Fat Band Julie. So you will forever be Momo now.
Well, to me, she's Maria Vega. So
she's Momo or Momokio. You are a liar, Momo. And you're a horrible mother, too.
You know,
we're mother.
Getting carried away a little bit on this one, and because I'm sober, normally I'd be saying every other expletive in the world, but because I'm a big old drunk with a drinking habit and whatever.
Free 10 head, exactly. You know why this all started? All of this all started again with Maria and John, because John
put a sheet over my head. I put a sheet. So back when before Jen got arrested and went to jail for 2 months, Jen was going crazy. Jen had called me. Jen had called me on my birthday. You want to hear the voicemail? You want to hear the voicemail?
No. She was
and said that me and Cody kidnapped
that Maria
twins.
Was dead.
No, Jen on my birthday called me and said that me and Cody kidnapped Clint and we are R-ing him.
And she said that Maria was dead.
She said that Maria was dead. And
which unfortunately was not true.
Unfortunately is right.
Dang it.
So then I think like a week or so later, I put a sheet over my head because Jen's like, well, Maria's, and I said,
You said you're the
"Ooh."
ghost of Maria, and because Maria always claims how she never lies, you said, oh, I'm the ghost of Maria.
I put a
don't
white
like
sheet over my
liars."
head, like as a ghost, and I said, "Ooh, I'm the ghost of Maria."
Actually, wasn't it a bag?
Was it? I don't even remember.
It was a bag, I
I
think.
think it was a bag. Oh,
It wasn't. Oh yes, and she, because it was a paper bag. She accused you of being a racist because the paper bag is paper bag color.
Mhm.
So she said you were being a racist. You used
And
a
that's
brown
all
bag.
Maria needed for her to start attacking me
When
again.
in reality, you were defending Maria.
I was.
Yeah, he was defending her.
because
Because
Jen was
Jen
saying
was being
she
so
was
ridiculous
dead.
by saying that, like, she was dead. Me and Cody were R-ing Clint. And I was like, ooh.
Just another troll. This is all relevant to why it's starting again. This isn't about Jen. This is about why it started again. Because of what
No,
Jen
just another
said.
troll. No, Jen's been behind the scenes this whole time since she got out.
Of course.
Since she got out.
She was in there.
Jen is not no innocent victim.
And yes, she
who's
was
been
having
sitting
a
there
breakdown.
not watching any lives. Jen is a part of everything going on, despite
Jen has an addiction.
She
Yeah,
absolutely
so-
was having a breakdown, but we didn't know that at the time when that happened. Nobody knew that she was having a breakdown. Nobody really knew what was going on with her. But John wasn't being mean to Jen or anything. He was just like calling out that, what she was doing and saying, like that awful
wasn't being mean
message
to
that she
Jen
left on
or
his
Maria.
birthday. But he went on and was like joking about the saying that Maria was dead. That's all it was. And sticking up for Maria, even though they weren't friends anymore. And that's all it took was for him to say the name Maria, and she started all this hate all over again.
All over again.
Like
because that's
somebody
all
said
she
in the
needed.
chat, Free 10 had said, you can't say Momo's name without her attacking you.
Just as crazy as Jen.
And that's what happened. So do not, Momo, Maria, Vega, pretend like you only respond because you're a liar. Everything you say is a lie. Your post right on your community tab right now is a freaking lie. You're
Here you
so
go, Julie.
dumb.
Hold on for 1 second.
What? What'd you say? Hold on. Okay.
Wait,
You're
hang on.
such a liar, Maria, and you're so dumb. You can't even realize the
Hang on,
screenshot
Julie.
you're
Hold on,
posting
Julie.
right now.
Hold on
Hang on.
for 1 second.
Cody, I'm not playing with you, bro. Like, I'm gonna call Seaside. I'm gonna get them over there for a wellness visit because I have no doubt in my mind that Clint has said that John is a drunk and Clint has 3 days off. So, on top of that, I can do a all points bulletin, and I will be speaking to my lawyer right now. And you, sir, are going to fucking jail for rape. And you have hepatitis C.
No, John, take this off. John,
you better let him fucking know. I'm not
don't.
playing around, man.
John.
No, that's what
She thought
so
that her.
I know, but now we know that.
And that
another girl
was on
probably.
March 27th, my birthday. And there
But
you
you
go.
still weren't even being nasty. You
I
were
wasn't.
making
No,
fun
of
of the
course not.
situation
I wasn't.
and defending Momo to Jen and making light of it, and that got Maria attacking you again. But Maria only responds, which
Yeah,
is a
but I'm
load
the
of
crazy one, right?
garbage.
Yeah,
A load of garbage.
I'm the
So
crazy
I don't know.
one.
Jen's not responding, so I guess.
Of course she won't. She's probably back in rehab.
But Maria, don't you dare lie and say that I made that up about Jen. She knows who and what you
So back
are.
to my original point. Like, what do I do now? What do I do?
I mean,
What do I do, Julie?
There's
What do
really
I
not a
do?
lot of options. I mean,
What? No,
the
what
best
options do I
the
have?
best thing, in my opinion, is to try and focus on your content. And if something really gets you bent out of shape or mad or pissed or hurt or whatever,
Julie, you woke up out
then
of a dead sleep to come on this live right now because you were pissed by them, and they're not making fun of your suicide.
well, that's not why I woke up. I woke up because I had to pee and I saw you were live.
Like, come on. You know,
What I'm saying is that what I think is best is to try to do your content and not acknowledge them. But I know things are going to come up and there's going to be
it's never
times
gonna
that you're
work.
going to have to. So what I think you should do is try your best to ignore them. And when it gets to the point where you can't because you got to respond, and I get it, because there's just stuff you got to
And
respond
that
to.
keeps me
Then
in
do
it. See, like it's I
So-
won't it's just
How do you ever get out of it? You can't just say, I'm never going to talk about them again, because you know they'll say something that's going to trigger you. They're not going to stop talking. Maria keeps lying and saying, we don't want to talk about you. We don't want to talk about you. But she won't stop talking about you. So, I mean, unless everybody can agree to a date and a time and say that's it and make that it, I don't know what else to do.
look what happened to Amber. Like, we made good with Amber. I did. They all used me to get Amber to
They're
take the videos
so
down that they
mad.
didn't care for. Even Kathy.
They're so mad that you're not mad at Amber.
Let me show you something else.
That
when I say that they all use me to get Amber to take their videos down, even Kathy used me to get Amber's videos taken down. Let me show you something else.
I did, Ruth. They're so mad that you're friends with Amber and that you're not blaming her for anything she
I blame
did.
Amber for the first attempt.
I know, but you're not like constantly.
It wasn't Amber on the second attempt.
Or harping on them or.
No, the second attempt was due to Maria Vega, Ann Allen, Brooke Graham, Kelly Kroll, Fritz Drexler. So, like, yeah, the first attempt was on Amber's hands.
And you know what?
The second attempt in December.
This is how low and scuzzy you all are. You say Amber did far worse, and Amber was so bad, and Amber this, and Amber that. And you know what? Who's the one that's here by his side, being a good, loyal friend to him, a better friend than any of you ever were?
Hell, even Siwa's here.
Amber and Siwa, yes. My God, I said it yesterday. Don't make me have to say it again. But freaking Jules was defending you, and she can't stand you. I mean, right is right.
Well, and like, at least, which I said earlier, like, you could hate me all you want, but at some, you'd have to be like either like a sociopath like Maria and whatever
Right is right, wrong is wrong.
to,
hey,
or like
Amber,
be an
love you.
adult. Be an adult, like, and I will give Jules some credit for at least saying that, like, it's fucked up. I will give Jules that credit, even though I want nothing to do with Jules, just like she wants nothing to do with me.
Yeah, but right is right. And
but at least Jules, someone who hates me, had like the fortitude to say, you know what, this is wrong. And that's it. And that's why I said, like, Jules hates me like no one's business. But even Jules, someone who hates me like crazy, said, like, this isn't right. Not that Jules is like the exemplar of like cyberbullying, because Jules has had her own problems with. But it is what it is, I guess. At some point, I don't know.
But still, I mean.
But it just, I mean, look at it. Like, you and Amber are close now. You and Siwa, while you're not friends, have a peace agreement. Everybody can get along. Nobody's attacking each other. But they just can't stop talking about you. They can't stop their hate. What more do you want? You wanted John to admit that picture was from December 2nd.
And they got it.
And you won. You got what you wanted, Maria. Here's your win. The one you couldn't get in court because you lied. Here's your win. Take it. You're a terrible loser. You're an even worse winner.
They just sit there and just like.
But you know why she can't take the win? Because like that second attempt was on her hands.
Yep. But you know what? It's just making them look even worse. I mean, everybody.
But that has the second attempt in December was primarily because of Maria.
I feel like it's so clear.
And Maria was leading a charge
crazy
against
one
me. And
Wait, what is Design Diva said? Why won't you address my previous comment? What was your previous comment?
God, I can't with people.
I don't even know what it was. What was your previous comment? Look at Katie Joy. She stopped addressing her haters and grew despite having more hate channels against her.
Don't compare me to Katie Joy, please.
If you really wanted to take your job seriously, you'd follow her lead.
Oh, listen, I know a lot about Katie Joy, and Katie Joy has done worse than me.
That's really not fair to say that. Redicore Design Diva, you can't tell someone how to feel or how to respond.
As far as I'm aware, Katie Joy never tried to take her own life twice. So you can't compare apples and oranges.
I don't know anything about her. I've never watched her. I remember she came up on your channel once.
You can't compare YouTuber to YouTuber when there are certain things going on in their lives which makes them react a different way.
Brooke doesn't have real friends, Ruth. Jules was never her friend. Brooke was a friend to nobody, in my opinion. She uses
Brooke's a follower.
She uses people to do her dirty work. Jules was a friend to Brooke. Brooke was not a friend to Jules, though. And she's not a friend to anybody. She doesn't care. She'll, if you have no help for her, you can't do something or offer her something or do her dirty work, then she's got no use for you.
And I have nothing to say about Katie Joy right now. We have spoken, with the sister wives stuff, we're kind of connected in that way. But you cannot compare me to Katie Joy or any other YouTuber, Sherelle,
and good for her
else, because as far as I know, I haven't seen Katie Joy try to take her own life twice in the course of 6 months because of these assholes. I know that Katie Joy has reacted like I have, which I know that, but it's a lot different between me and her.
Yeah, you can't compare people or how they respond.
Let me make this clear. It's no shade to Katie Joy, and it is what it is. And I know that Katie Joy has a bunch of haters, just like I do. Whatever, but you cannot put me and her in the same basket. You can't. Sorry, you can't.
You can't compare any two people, how they respond to stuff. Everybody's going to respond different. You respond differently than I do. I respond differently than Siwa does. Siwa responds.
Wow, look how much more on point I am when I'm not drinking. I should I guess maybe I should just give it all up because I love being on top of shit. And I've had several opportunities on this live to just go off on a rant, but I haven't, not once.
No.
And that's what it is.
And you're not swearing. I'm not swearing.
Okay, so what do you want? What do you want, decor person who I've never heard from before in any live I've ever done? What do you want?
That's great for her that it's working, but you can't expect John to respond or do things the way this Katie Joy person does. John is who he is. He reacts the way he reacts. We all are different people. Some people are able to just forget about things, ignore it. A lot of people can't. I, sat for years and didn't respond to stuff, and until one day I had enough. I mean, you don't know until you're in that position that you have to have people coming at you constantly and doing all the things that they're doing to him, you really can't judge how he responds, in my opinion. So it would be nice if he could just do that, but it's just not realistic. So John is very reactionary. So just like Maria, only Maria is more reactionary. You can't even say her name. Momo.
Guys, watch Katie Joy. She does have like, some good content. Like, watch her. I'm not telling anybody to
She
not
does
watch Katie
Sister
Joy.
Wives out, right?
And she does like, I guess like me and her are like in different circles. Like, the only circle that me and Katie Joy connect on is on Sister Wives. And when I did the paid interview back in January, me and Katie had spoken a couple of times when that live happened, and I haven't talked to Katie Joy since January. So I don't know. It's but if you want to watch Katie Joy, watch her. Like,
look at Luna's comment. Your points have never been more spot on, John.
What, this?
No. Luna, she said your points have never been more spot on.
Because I'm just tired. Like, I like, and I do drink a lot, but like Shannon, like you only like watch me live for like maybe like an hour or two a night, if that much. Like,
Red.
So you watch me live on YouTube probably like 7 hours a week, 7 hours a week. So do you think in the rest of how many hours in a week? Let me Google that. Let me see. Let me see here.
Radicor, if you don't think that I've given him that advice a gazillion times, or that everybody that loves and cares about him haven't given him that advice, then you're crazy.
There's 168 hours in a week. I go live on YouTube at max, probably 7, maybe 8 of them.
Skinny now.
So do you honestly think that I'm just stumbling around my house drunk and blah blah blah, like that's what's happening here?
Nope.
Like, you only see what I give you, and it's my fault, yeah. And like when we do the recaps, I'm not like, but when I get annoyed with people trying to ruin my life and trying to make me hurt myself, yeah, I drink some more, and I do drink to try to numb the pain. I do, because I don't know what else to do at this point. I don't, but you're watching me 7 or 8 hours out of 168 hour a week. And you're gonna sit here and cast judgment on me, like that I'm a drunk. That like I like that, but again, it's better than me being called a meth head, which was like my old, go-to. Oh, he's on meth, so that's what that is. And I, I just wanted to show everybody.
People only know what
I don't need to be like drinking and going off and screaming and yelling, because I am a normal person. I promise you, I am. And people wouldn't.
And I'll tell you, as John's friend, very rarely have I ever seen him or talked to him when he's been intoxicated. If it hasn't,
I took to Julie like all day long, like at 9 o'clock in the morning, at noon or whatever. It is what it is. But I do get upset when people are posting my suicide wrist. I do get upset when they're talking about my mom. And yeah, I do drink to numb it. I do. Put me in jail for it.
Is that Muzz here in the chat? I see thoughting and plotting saying, Muzz, go away.
Put me in jail for it, because I drink to feel better about myself when people are trying to make me commit S. I guess I'm the devil.
Maz,
So
if you're here,
no, she was here before earlier.
You are so irrelevant and such a nobody. We don't even really know who you are. Some weird chick with ugly pink hair, a couple double chins, ugly as sin, and you fart all the time on camera. We don't want you here. Oh, that's who that Redicor is? Maz, go
But she
away.
was there as Muzz. She
Get
was
some
as
Beano
here
and
in
you'll
here as
stop
Muzz
farting,
before.
honey. She what?
She was in here as Muzz before earlier in the live.
Maz, you need some Beano, honey. I've heard those clips of you farting on stream. That's so embarrassing. I'm like secondhand embarrassed for you. You need to just go away. Nobody here wants anything to do with you. You're irrelevant. You're a nobody. We don't care about you. So take your opinion and stick it where the sun doesn't shine, and maybe
And
you'll
again,
start
I'm a
farting too.
44-year-old man. I could drink if I want to. Like, it's there's no flappers on fucking flagpoles here. It's today.
Why are you here in a sock, Maz? Did she get booted out earlier?
I don't know. I didn't block her. Maybe Ahmad did though. I don't know. I certainly didn't. But
seriously, so irrelevant. We don't care what you have to say. Go away, ugly.
But yeah, I'm dealing with a lot, and I did try to make myself feel better with wine. Yeah, guilty. I am guilty of drinking alcohol. Give me the electric chair, please.
Do
I
they use the same energy with Brown Liquor Brook?
No, because that doesn't matter. It is what it is with her. Like that's okay.
Gotcha.
But at the end of the day, I still have these same people who set me to an S attempt now, saying they're critiquing the blood on my wrists now. Like, Julie?
That is so gross.
Julie, like, what do you like? How do you like?
I mean,
like,
we're
are you
talking
kidding
about
me?
somebody. We're talking about someone that doesn't even love her own children here. So I guess that helps put things in perspective. I mean, seriously.
And
Maria.
honestly, there's nothing more that I want to do than to go live and do my content. But I can't, or I've had issues. I've had mental, I grew up in a less than stellar family environment. I had my mom K herself. I lost my family when I was 9. I was raised by I lost everything at once. And I've been trying to do my best this whole time. And it wasn't until I found people on YouTube that they told me I was a big piece of shit. I've always thought that, like, I just try to do my best and waddle through life and try to get through things despite what the hand that God gave me and how that played out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying I'm like, some saint, but and there are surely people that have had it worse than me. But I've always tried to, I don't know. I've always tried to
Heather, love you, girl.
I never wanted to use my life as some type of, like, I don't know, card to play in this game. Like,
Right.
when I first started tweeting on Twitter and doing periscopes and being funny and getting an audience, No one knew that about me. Like, I didn't have to say, like, oh, all this happened to me and like me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
like I just like making people laugh and having a good time and whatever. And yeah, um, I've dealt with, Anne Graham and Alan, who said just on a live earlier that I never scanned anybody, but it doesn't matter. Like, what it boils down to is that I tried to take my own life twice in the scope of 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
when
the people that were driving you for the December incident know
which they
that
didn't
they're
even know about until Jen Bailey was mad
no,
about Siwa.
but now they know, and they were the reason behind it. And I don't care if Jen really did say that, that's wrong because I was there.
Oh, Maria was, Jen gave Maria her phone records about how we talked for 3 hours that night. So, yeah,
Yeah, you
no,
did
Jen,
talk,
you were,
but guess who else he talked to that night? Me. And I know what was on his mind.
and they're saying I'm
Up
trying
to
to,
and including that night.
hurt myself for money. God. Like, I could be like Brooke and say, my roof blown off, give me money.
You hurt yourself for money, but yet you didn't tell anybody about it
Not a
and did
soul.
everything you could to cover it up and hide it, including me saying in the live where they're like, "Why'd you say pull down your shirt, cover your wrists?" Well, now you know because he didn't want anybody to know.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't for money.
Yeah.
It was out of pure hurt.
Yeah, because when we were there, that happened on 12/2, and by 12/10, when we were there in North Carolina visiting my friend who was about to die, thank God she didn't. But I had to, I did a lot of damage to my arms and my wrists, and I had them wrapped constantly so they would heal. And
He
that's why
couldn't even drive. He had to drive. They had to drive, and John couldn't
no, I
even drive.
drove, Julie. I was
I
the
know
one that
you did,
drove.
but how it was so hard on you. You were struggling.
I was, because not, 8 days earlier, I had done that to my wrists. And yeah, so, and Julie and Jen and Cody knew. And that's it. So, like, God, wouldn't it be a greater cash grab for me to show these even bloodier pictures of me back in December saying I hurt myself and feel bad for me and give me money? No
Yeah,
one
if it
heard a
was a
peep from
cash
me.
grab or trying to do it for money, he would have told everybody, gone live and say, "Look what I did, and this is why, and because of these." He could have done that. He could have gone on and said, "Look, this is because Maria Brooke. Everybody's coming after me."
Nope.
He didn't do that, but he could have.
I could have. No, I
He
didn't
could
get.
have got
No,
you
I
all off his back
didn't
then
get
too if
stitches,
he would have
Luna.
done it.
That's why I have gaping scars on my wrist now.
No, he
Because if I
desperately
had went to the
needed
hospital to
stitches
get
too.
stitches, they would have brought me in.
He absolutely needed stitches. They were
Oh yeah.
bad. They were bad.
Um, but no, I just so I had to drive down there. Oh yeah. It's crazy. It's so crazy. And like, I'm doing this for money and for people to feel sad for me and whatever. No. I hid it from
Exactly. He hid it from
everybody.
everyone except for John, me, and Cody were the only ones that knew. And
Not
then
even like,
and
when I went to go.
and he in a moment reached out and sent those pictures to Amber and then was like, "Oh my God, what did I do?" And
I
you know,
sent them to Amber and even I sent them to Ann that night. So like, thinking that not that Amber wasn't attacking me at that point. But And that's where I became the liar, because I said that those pictures were from June, and that's what I lied about. They were
And
not from
thinking it
June.
would make them stop coming at him over all the June stuff because he couldn't handle it anymore. He couldn't take it. And yes, Momo and Ann and Brooke and Cooch, you are responsible for that night and what he did in December. You are. You might not want to admit it, but you are. And you know it. Deep down inside, you know it. And shame on you to continue this and trying to push him. I believe wholeheartedly that every single one of them wants you to be
Yeah,
successful.
I believe it too.
I hate to say that.
No,
I hate to
it's the
think
truth,
that
Julie.
somebody could be
It's
that
the truth.
disgusting.
They all want me to do it the right way the next time,
I
and
fully believe that.
and it makes me believe it even more, because since I've come clean and done these couple lives about it, that they're still going, like they're triple downing on it.
Yeah.
And yeah, they just, and I mean, like, when you're running a John Yates H channel, when I'm dead, I don't know what's gonna get you. I guess you'll switch to Sewell, like, Brooke did.
Well, like how they play the poolside live for freaking years after. They'll just do that to you. Play all your old lives for a lifetime.
But yeah, that's what happened, and no one knew about it. I didn't tell a soul. Like, my mom, like, 3 people on earth knew it. Me, well, I obviously knew. Julie, Jen, and Cody. The 3 people were the only people that knew about that.
They're not going to
And
leave
it's
it
so crazy
alone.
that now here we are, because Jen got mad that I wanted to see his panel. She's making me pay for it. So, Jen, I hope you get what's coming to you in spades, just like everybody else.
I'll be reporting every one of the lives, every one of their hate streams, because that's what they are, hate streams. Recording everything, saving the links to everything. And Cooch has been playing the pictures and naming the videos. This is going to be deleted. And Cooch, you are such a vile, gross, dirty, fat, nasty, I don't even know what to call you. You're the grossest. The grossest.
And
And
they're all making money off of YouTube on it. Like,
and
that's the
Cooch,
saddest part. That is that is the saddest part.
deleting it, Cooch, doesn't mean it didn't happen. Just
No,
remember that.
I just sent it to YouTube, and they said no. It doesn't matter if you deleted them.
Yep.
So.
Sure doesn't.
And Cooch just lost her monetization
She sure
because
did.
she replayed all my lives, but she got it
Gonna
back.
lose it again, too.
Hopefully, she loses her channel.
Yep. And we'll be celebrating and laughing. Fat Cooch.
But the thing that the truth is that, like, I tried to take my own life twice, and these people who are making so much money off me, who would be pinned and named in things, like, like, God forbid, like, I'm dead.
They are bullying him, absolutely. So I'm working on my end with the Attorney General's offices, trying to get something done that way.
Julie, aren't you working with a detective in Miami about
Yeah.
Maria?
Yeah, the one that
Maybe we
Maria
should, like,
doxed.
release his name so people can email him about Maria.
Maria already doxed him and blamed me
So
for
then
it.
maybe we should post the detective's name in
I'm not
Miami.
doing that because if I do that, then what's being worked on is going to be
Well, like,
not
just like
taken.
they call my police officer,
I mean, I don't know. It's
and
so the
contact
wheels
him.
of justice are so slow with this, anyways. I don't know what's happening, but we can certainly anybody that wants to speak to the detective, if they want to privately reach out, I'm happy to share their information. I mean, it's only fair, right, that everything be sent to him, I guess, since Anne wants to send everything and anything she can to the Seaside Heights Police Department. So,
Well, you know what? If anything happens to me, um, please make sure
oh,
that Maria
you don't
Vega
even have to say it.
and Ann Allen, Kelly Kroll from Cincinnati, Ohio. Kelly Kroll is Cooch. From Cincinnati, Fritz Drexler from Jacksonville. Sue E11, since you wanted it to be like a big shot, welcome to it. And, you know, I hope that
She's also from Florida.
I think Miami too. I don't know. But, you
You
know,
shouldn't put your husband and your son on your TikTok 11. Just saying.
but when someone actually dies due to your bullying, we'll see what happens then, right?
Oh, they won't have any part of it.
Well, right? And
not their fault.
I mean, it's very clear the police will look at all their channels.
God forbid something does happen to somebody.
The
I mean,
police will look
you
at all their
can't.
channels. Maybe, you know, what if it's Siwa? What if it's, you know, what if it's Amber? What if it's somebody that,
Yep.
you know, they've been targeting and using their channels to bully and harass them? And what if one of these people take their own life because of it?
I hate to stand up for Jules again, but she said this, I think it was yesterday, that she's like, Brooke was going so hard for Siwa yesterday when Siwa was live. And I don't know all what Brooke was doing. I was in Siwa's for a while, but then I fell asleep. But I guess it ended badly. Siwa was very upset. And she's like, I'm done. You win. I'm done. And she just ended her live immediately. And Jules was like, Brooke, you don't know what kind of headspace she's in. Like, you don't know if she's going to hurt herself. You don't know what's happening. And then Brooke, first thing this morning, knowing that God, anything could have happened, see what could have tried to hurt herself. She didn't care and started the attack at 9 o'clock this morning again. It's like, and you're a nurse. And Brooke, how dare you? Do you know she had the audacity to say that people need to stop saying she's a nurse?
Why? She's not a nurse now?
Oh, no, she doesn't want people on YouTube talking about it. Meanwhile, you have told everybody a million times what a great nurse you are. Your membership levels are referring to your nursing. Remember your membership levels that I named for you, Brooke? Remember that? And you don't want people to know that you're a nurse anymore. I mean, you really shouldn't be, in my opinion, because you're horrible. You have no empathy or compassion for anyone. But you're disgusting. You are absolutely disgusting. Shame on you, Brooke. I just can't believe how low and gross you are. Just sick. God forbid anybody ever be your patient that you don't like, because I just can't even imagine with such a black heart.
I'm sorry. And it's just, there's going to be a day. And again, sober as a clam. And I could have jumped on the bandwagon with Julie and just rip people apart, but I'm not, because.
And I've stopped too. And yes,
there's gonna be a day.
Are you sneezing? What are you doing? It sounds like you sound like you're a Terry Lynn there snorting.
No, it's not. I should be that lucky. I suppose.
And I'm joking, people. I know he doesn't do that.
There's gonna be a day when someone does take their own life, thanks to them.
That's what's going to happen. Either some's going to take their
Lord
own
knows
life.
I tried twice, and it's still not good enough. And they push and they push and they push and they push people to the edge. And that's what they do. And there's going to be a day when, whether it's me or somebody else, they're going to end their lives and it's going to be on their hands. I tried twice and failed. But, you know, it's not cool what they're doing. It's not cool at all.
Maria's mocking mental health now. She was saying that, oh, I don't have mental health problems, so I just can't. I don't understand this stuff. And she just doesn't, she's not ever going to have to deal with anything like that. I can't remember her exact verbiage, but she was mocking mental health. Like, Maria, more people than not, I'm sure, in your chat have mental health problems.
And you know what the sad part, Julie, is that it's going to have to take somebody to die for them to stop.
Or someone to kill somebody, because
that's the truth now. We're all here. We all know what's going on. And it's going to take somebody to have to die for them to stop. And this is what this is. And I say this as cogent and as sober as I've ever been. Because I don't want people thinking, oh, well, I'm drinking and blah, 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 and whatever. But this is something very serious. Like, you know, it's serious to my life. Like, you know, look what I've gone through at the hands of 60. And like the saddest part is, which makes you want to die even more, that these are 60-year-old women doing this.
And
like
John 60, is not going to hurt himself.
60. I'm not. I'm just sad. I'm sad for the world. And I know what I went through. And I'm just saying, look at how many times I tried to look for help, whether it be with police and they say we can't do anything, restraining orders that I can't get, you know,
begging people to stop,
restraining orders against me, federal class. It just seems, it's so wild that, like, it's always like, you know, they can call my police department every 5 minutes and have somebody come here. But I can't do anything to anybody. And do you know what a hopeless void that's like to be in? No, where you can't just, you can't do anything. And like, look at it. Look, they call my, John Yates farted, go to his house and they come. I mean, I'm not being facetious. This is the truth.
Yep.
You know, and
I agree, Luna.
What's it going to take for someone to actually die? I mean, they wanted me to come clean about the second attempt, which nobody knew about. And they're still saying I did it the wrong way. Like, what kind of world are we living in? I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I wouldn't wish it on anybody.
Yes, they do, Aries Sue.
And I don't know, maybe somebody will have it better than me. But, you know, I think that people know on YouTube now that my police department doesn't care. That they can call my police and they'll come here and we're always live when it's happening and whatever. Right? That's it. Like, you know, but God forbid you try to, like, ask for help or do it. It's a hopeless situation. And that's what brought me back to December, because I felt hopeless. I tried so many times to call the police or the DA and whatever and ask for help, and they were like, there's nothing we can do. I mean, for Christ's sakes, I was in the, Cody, right or wrong, were we not at the police station? And what did the cops say?
Which time?
The last time that you can push you can try to put
They said, go ahead.
that you could try to like press the charges, but go ahead, Cody.
Go ahead. What they said, oh, well, it's going to take a long time because we have to reach out to these other people, then we have to reach out to these other people that's also in the district and this and that and all this other bullshit. But to be honest with you, it's not really going to turn out in your favor because they're going to give up on this whole thing. That's what they damn well said. And that's what they told us before also.
Lisa
They
Jones,
said even if you get the charges on them, like they're not going to extradite them.
No, they're not going to do anything.
So if they're in Florida or Texas, it's not going to matter.
Anything. They're out of state and they don't deal really with anything out of state, and you're pretty much on your own.
Lisa Jones, I want to thank you. I heard that you were defending me and calling out Disgusting Ann and Momo for calling me Fat Band Julie, and I appreciate you for that. Thank you. And of course, they try to blame me for saying this or that when they are the ones that started all of it with me. But I appreciate you.
And these people like Maria Vega who call my cops my detective, they like Maria has like an ongoing conversation with everybody in my police department every day.
So does Ann. Ann emails them daily.
And like when I try to reach out to their police departments for help against people in their vicinity harassing people, bringing people to suicide, they're like, "Well, no, thanks. Call your own police department. Can't help you." And YouTube is saying, I Lord knows how many times I reported every live on YouTube. And YouTube is making money off them harassing me, so YouTube don't give a shit. Do you want to know what hopeless feels like? It's John Yates. That's what hopeless feels like. Hopeless.
But if we can get police or an attorney to say the right things on a police report or
Julie, it's all bullshit.
A letter,
let's not kid ourselves, Julie.
YouTube has to do something.
No, the YouTube don't care. YouTube's making their money, and YouTube is the one laughing all the way to the bank. YouTube don't care.
They have to if the law.
I know I reported them, and a lot of people in this chat has reported them, and YouTube, and they still are. When it brings people to the and this live will probably get reported. That's the sad part about this shit.
Because you're talking about them,
right?
Yeah.
This is how
they have everybody report everything.
And then you wonder why people are brought to the edge. Not the edge of taking their own life. Here you go. And D, I hope this is in your book, D. I really do, because that's why I've been vocal about this, because like
I keep hearing everybody say that you can go to Twitter and you can tweet to YouTube and send them the links to channels.
I've done that before. They don't care.
But if we all do it,
they don't care. They don't care. No one cares.
I mean, it worked to take my channel down of only 300 people. But exactly, Lisa Jones. That's what I've said. They're going to push somebody to the point where they're going to go homicidal. Absolutely.
All I want to do is be left alone and talk about my goddamn TV shows. Why is that too much to ask? Why? Well, you know why? Because all these people are making money hand over foot, head over shoulders, whatever the fucking saying is, over me. And if they can't talk about me anymore, then there goes 9 YouTube channels down.
Yeah.
But they don't care what they're bringing me to. They don't care what the toll it's taking on. They don't care.
Nope. Momo, you want to say you're a good person? You're always saying I'm a good
How's
person.
your daughter, Momo?
She wouldn't know.
Huh.
She would not know because we know she doesn't love her daughter. Maria wants to blame her daughter being mad at her on me when we all know what your daughter said, that you only care about yourself, and how embarrassed she is that the way you treat people online and bully people online and how it's not normal. And you've been doing this for years and years and years. That's not about me, Maria. So own it, tough guy. Your own freaking daughter has to tell you. And nobody was trying to get you offline. Maybe your daughter is trying to get you offline, but you're like, oh, they just want to get me offline. No, nobody's trying to get you offline, Maria. Have your channel all you want. Just stop bullying people. Mind your own
Same to
business.
Brooke. Look
Mind
up the
your own
channel.
business.
Why can't they talk about anything but talking about like other people?
Here's a novel idea. How about tomorrow? Just stop. All of you, stop. Don't talk about John. He's not going to talk about you. Period. Stop
Yeah.
stop feeling you have to have the last word all the time. You have to respond, "Oh, I have to have the last word." When really there's no need to respond to this because John's just responding to you what you did earlier.
Well,
So,
it's
you
a
had
lot
your
more than
say.
that, Julie. That John just responding, like you're saying really rancid
No, but
things
I'm
about
saying
me.
they're gonna say, "Oh, we have to do a live tomorrow because we have to respond to John." No, you don't have to respond, Momo and Ann. John is responding to you what you did earlier. Okay, so how about you just stop it? How about you grow up, act like the grannies that you are, except for you, Maria, because we know that you're a horrible mother and grandmother, but just grow up. Stop talking about him and he won't talk about you. You don't need to have the last word. You had the first word. Let John
But
have
that
the
seems
last word
selfish,
and end
Julie, in a
it.
way. Yes, we know that won't happen, right? Like,
I know it
we
won't.
know that won't happen.
I
But
know it won't.
if we say this, like, stop talking about John, he'll stop talking about you. That's great, but then they'll switch. Let's say that they say, okay, fine. Then they're gonna switch to Siwa or Amber or anybody else, and
Yep.
then bully them to the
Yep.
point where they
Yep.
are feeling hopeless.
So just stop talking
So
about
where does that put
everybody.
me? But Julie, where does that put me in the situation? Like, oh, don't talk about me. It's like I'm an accomplice to it. Then at that point,
Right. Right. And then it gets harder
yeah. So
for
they don't talk about me. So then they'll put their their teeth into somebody else that they want to harass and bully and harass.
Well,
So
here's
I
a
can't say that.
thought. Just don't harass anybody. Do content.
Yeah,
Are any of you capable of
that's the end
that?
result.
Are any of you capable of that? Just doing content? I don't think you are, because I haven't seen any out of
Because
any
their
of you.
content is talking shit about people
I know it is.
and trying to make them kill themselves.
I know it is. They want to see all of you. You see what, Amber, that nothing would make them happier than for all of you to take your lives. That would make Anne, Maria, Brooke, Cooch, they would be celebrating.
So it's a slippery slope. And
And I know you don't want it to get worse for any of them.
I don't want anybody to get bullied like that. I don't. I know what it's like. I know what it's like. Um, I'm not in Ocean
Oh my
City,
God.
Tanya,
Seriously?
but that's horrible. That's
That's
horrible.
awful.
It's horrible.
I could see that happening there, though. Awful.
So that's why, I said this live, like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Tell me.
I wish I knew the answer.
Am I slurring my words? Am I drunk right now? Am I
You're not
going
even
crazy?
drinking.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm just saying, you know, because now I'm coming in with
sober.
all my thoughts, and I'm a pretty smart guy. And what do I do here? They're going to it, you know, you have, you know, and you fuck YouTube, like for allowing these hate channels to exist and pay that YouTube's paying them for it. And then subs are getting them super chats for it.
Yeah, what does that
This is
say about these subscribers?
This is the world that we're living in, where YouTube is not only allowing it, but paying them to do this to people, to take people to the edge of their lives.
Yep.
And YouTube takes no accountability. Ever.
Nope, and they won't until something really, really bad happens and they get sued.
It's just crazy what this world has gotten to, like where like YouTube will pay people to bully people. I thought bullying was horrible, and I thought bullying was bad, and I thought, like, you know, but not only does YouTube say okay, they pay you for it. They pay you.
Oh, and
They
Turkey
pay you.
Teeth, I heard her making some snide comments about Sherelle. You better watch it there, honey. You're no match for her.
If there's one person I wouldn't fuck with, it's Sherelle. So hey, Lita, how's that Sherelle lawsuit doing, by the way, sweetheart? Lita, who wanted to come back after 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Lita, how did you pay Sherelle off the Hunter Grand you owed her? How's that Corvette doing, by the way? Still there? Yeah.
Better watch it. You know she's not watching you, but other people see it and send it to her. And you
What
are
are
no
you
man.
saying,
Brooke,
Luna? You're
remember
not
how
driving, but
scared
even if you were, like, I'm
Brooke,
not. Like, I'm in my house.
Brooke, do you remember how
Wait, what does
scared
Luna
you
say?
were?
You're not driving, but even if you were, it doesn't negate everything that they've put you through. I'm not driving.
No, she's defending you. Brooke, do you remember how scared you were when Sherelle was coming for you before? Do you remember that? You were shitting your pants. You were so scared. Remember that? We weren't even friends. And I talked to you, and you were scared to death because you know the power that she has and what she's capable of. So you should advise your Momo and Turkey Teeth there to watch it. Watch it talking about her because it will get back to her. I'll make sure it gets back to her.
You know, at this point, I don't know anything anymore. I'm just saying, like, you know, this is insane. And the sad part about this whole thing is that, like, you know, it's going to take someone having to die for maybe these people to get what's coming for them. Not me. I'm not saying it's going to be me. I'm just saying, like, it's, you know, 2 nights ago, I spoke very candidly about why I did that to myself and the reasons behind it. And these people, instead of saying, like, oh my God, like any normal person would say, like, oh my God, I brought somebody to the brink of suicide. Like, I got to stop and maybe change my ways, or, you know, maybe not be the person I'm being because clearly what I'm doing to somebody is not right. No,
Even
what
if you
they're
don't want to admit it publicly, just saying, you know what, I'm going to stop
right.
doing it.
Exactly. But no, they keep going and going and going. I'm sorry if I whatever. But yeah, you know, the wrists come up all bloody, the wrists were dried when he did it. Like, you just can't do that. You can't.
I mean, we're talking about people that don't even love their own family members.
And you're talking about people who run hate channels on YouTube.
Yeah.
No, Luna, I'm sorry. I'm not reading all the chat, so girl,
She
you're
meant
good.
to say, she didn't mean to say you're not driving.
Yeah,
She meant
no,
to
I
say you're
got
not
you.
drinking.
I'm sorry. But when you're running these hate channels against people in particular, whether it's against me or Siwa or Amber or Jules or Julie or, me or whoever else, your actions. Did you think running a 24-hour YouTube channel against somebody saying you're a piece of shit and you should die? What do you think is going to happen when you keep doing that? Because you're making money off of it?
It's not even legal to do a channel based only on one person. Cooch, against terms of services. I guess we're all going to have to start getting busy and reporting it.
And again, no, it's right. And I'm sorry. We're good.
It's all good.
I'll say I'm sorry, when I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I'm not reading everything in the chat. I'm seeing it every fifth comment. So, my guard is very up. It's my guard is high. So, and I keep these lives to members who, there are people that come in and, just want to be a dick. So my guard's high and up. So, but what do you think is going to happen when and YouTube allows it? YouTube allows this to happen because YouTube is making money off of it. And then YouTube demonetizes you while they're making the money behind the scenes. I mean, it's really sick what YouTube does.
Mm-hmm.
It is a sad, sad thing that YouTube will allow all these people to do this, bringing people to the point of suicide. And still, YouTube turns a blind eye to it. It's horrible.
Yes, it is.
It's horrible.
I'm going to drop down now because
I'm probably getting the live too because, I don't know what more there is to say on this live. I don't. Drop down, Julie, if you want. Go ahead.
All right. Love you.
Love you too. Good night.
Good night.
But I don't know what, there are the YouTube channels where it's literal targeted harassment towards people, and YouTube allows it. You can look at my channel, and yeah, I do say things here and there, but it's not what my channel is talking about TV shows and interviews, and that's it. And you all know that. Y'all know that. Wow, look at this. See this? Look at the nurse. And that's because I was crying on a live. It never ends. It never ends. It never fucking ends. So here's what I'm going to say now. And Julie is going to get mad at me for this. Cody, Brooke just posted that I'm chopping up and inhaling substances on your live recorded.
You're chopping up and what? We just heard you chopping and inhaling substances on your live recorded. So show it then. Show it. Okay. That's what you think. Go ahead. Go ahead, Nurse Ratchet. Go ahead. If y'all want to believe that stupid twat, then go ahead. Don't care.
No, I'm keeping my cool because you know what?
Care.
Not drinking and I'm good.
Do not give two shits. Don't care.
Don't care. Well, I do care, but like,
fucking shit.
I do care.
About her and her fucking life and her fucking miserable fucking husband that has to stay with her. Don't give two fucking shits. Don't care. I feel bad for her, actually.
I do too, in a way.
She has to live that life with, and she always said that she hated it, and she has those horrible friends. So, who cares? I don't care. Don't give two fucking shits. Don't care.
And again, this is somebody
I don't have to worry about my kids being in
that
jail.
brought me to the brink of suicide.
That's what she does. Cause she's 29. Okay, bitch. You keep wishing you're 29. What you say is bye, Bertha, bye. Thank you, Bertha.
So this is me looking like shit. And Brooke Graham. Wants to post this. And this idiot, I heard that. it's clear that I'm never going to escape these bullies who get paid on YouTube to harass me. It's clear. Right or wrong? Would you say it's clear in the chat that they're never going to leave me alone? Despite my 2 suicide attempts? Even though my blood is on their hands, can we all agree that they will never leave me alone? Brooke Graham, Kelly Kroll. Kelly Kroll is Dirty Bitch Hoochie Cream from Regency Run in Cincinnati, Ohio. Can we all agree that they're never going to leave me alone? I think that's safe to say, right? Even seeing the blood pour down my wrists, it's not good enough for her. A nurse who took an oath to be there for people. Right?
Look at my 148 tattling on me. She says she's stepping on John's neck and she won't let up. Yep. Look at my 148 tattling on me. She says she's stepping on John's neck and she won't let up. Yep.
Brooke admitting to, and like the is my fucking thing, you fucking evil bitch. A nurse admitting to stepping on my own neck. Next. I'm done with this. These people tried and they keep trying to, like, they keep trying for me to take my own life. And a nurse is one of them. What's this here?
anybody that she was there. And then he said she was picking up to talk about something, and that we had to hear her out and shit. So I wasn't very happy about her coming up. And then they were like trying to talk me into like, let it go, let her come up and show her piece, whatever. So her first thing that she came up was, she said, "Hey, John, I sent you the pizza. I sent you a pizza. It was paid for. Hope you enjoyed it." So the pizza that he got on that night was sent by her. Like really, like if the best of buddies, right? And then
That's wrong.
And then he said, she looked up. She said to Paul, she goes, "I don't appreciate you calling me a bitch. That was so rude." And she's lucky that's the only thing he said, with all the crap that's been said that she did to us all. And then I'm like, okay, get to the point. What do you want? What do you want? Tell us what you want, because you don't go here. She dropped, and he convinced her to come back. And as long as Maria keeps her mouth shut, just be quiet and let's hear her out. And then she came back a second time, and she dropped again because I said something. And then she came back a third time because he talked her into it. And then he would like, Maria, and I said, okay, say your piece, because by this time we had told him, don't delete your 2 Instagrams. Don't delete it. Don't delete it. And he's going, I'm deleting it now. I'm deleting it now. And then she goes, she wants to come up again. And so she comes up, and I said, okay, hurry up. What do you want to say? Say what you want to say, because you're not his friend. The people here are the ones who cared about him, not you, Amber. You're the one who did all this shit, and now you're here. So what exactly do you want to tell John? And then leave. And she said, I want to tell him that John, with his voice, please don't delete your Instagram. Please don't listen to everything. You can rebuild, John. Don't delete. And I said, get the fuck out of here. I said, are you kidding me? So you were waiting all this time to come up here to say the same thing as friends. And then he's like, don't treat her like that. Don't talk that way to her. Just listen to her. I said, I thought she was going to offer something, say something. So why is she here? And then he kept trying to make excuses while she's there. So then that's when I said, pick. I'll drop off right now and you'll never hear from me again. Or you drop Amber. But one of us is leaving. And then he goes, don't do that. And I said, do it, because I have no ties to anybody. I can drop, and that's it. My only tie is with somebody that I'm really close with, is my best friend, and that's it. And I will drop. And then he said, I go,
he said, I love you, Maria,
Thank
but
you.
fuck you. That's what he said.
And then he dropped Amber.
And then exactly, Maria. Think about what you said. Fuck you, Maria. Fuck you, Maria.
Yeah.
Yes, you know what?
Fuck you, Maria.
It is what it is. Let's not be stupid.
I don't care about the truth, but when I am
Maria, it is upsetting. It is upsetting me.
But what I'm not going to put up with is Amber being there, like if we're all buddies. If there's 6 of us there and she comes in as the 7th, and please, John, don't do this. After all the cancel John Yates,
Right.
she's going to come over because she cares. And he's saying, okay, he's as he's talking to her, and she dropped down the 2 other times, he's texting with her back and forth. So they've been, while he's MIA with us, you think something happened? He's texting with her. No, honey. So she was down there. We said some private shit that she should not have listened to. And he never.
And there you have it. And there you have it. God damn it. Oh my God. I can't. It's nice to hear the truth when it comes out. It really is. God damn it. And I tried to end my life over these people. Oh my God. Huh. Of course. They have put me through hell. They made my life hell. They have made my life fucking hell. And they're all changing their fucking stories, but now it's all coming to light right now. I'm sorry, the tears not falling the right way down my face like the blood was from my wrists. Oh my God. This is too much. This is too much. Oh my God. I can't deal with this. And they all sit there scot-free on their fucking channels doing this shit to everybody else. And it's okay. It's okay. Everything I said was true. I have to thank Reddit for it. And I fucking hate Reddit, but at least they, and I've gone on for years and years saying how awful Reddit is, but there are at least some good people on Reddit who put this out there and show. Oh, sorry, bro. Sorry, I must be cutting up lines because I'm, you fucking whore. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know what it's like to have everybody call you a liar over and over again? You know what it's like? It'll bring you to the point where you slit your fucking wrist and you want to end your own life. That's what it brings you to. God almighty. Oh. Oh my God, this is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's not crazy, but I've been saying this whole time. And like now it's finally like, thank God people have been watching not every one of my moves, but every one of theirs. So there you go. And they're still trying to push me over the edge. They all are. Oh my God. And do you see this banner running across the screen? Like, look, I could have had this banner playing the whole goddamn time, but I didn't because I'm not trying to do this live, trying to make people feel sorry for me or whatever. Like, no. You don't know what they put me through. Nobody knows what you put me through. And they're all proud of it. They're all proud of it, right? They're all proud of it. They're all posting on their community tabs and their stories, and there's going to be like 15 lives tomorrow about this, but they're all proud of it. It's how this works. God, I'm laughing and crying at the same fucking time, man. I don't know whether to laugh or cry because I'm laughing because it's like, the truth is coming out, but like at the same time, oh my God, they're so awful. I can't. Oh my God. Oh my God, I can't do this. Can't do this. This is insane. This is insane. And Lord knows the day I ever defend Reddit would be like a day where hell hath frozen over. But like Jesus Christ. I mean, even people who staunchly hate me are defending me right now. God. This is wild. I don't even know what to say. What do I say? If I was drunk and like I'd be calling everybody a C word, a T word, or whatever word, like, but like I like, this is new territory for me for being alive. And like I just I don't even know what to say. Oh my God. This is insane. 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 And you know what the sad part is that someone's going to have to die for them to be accountable for all their actions. Someone's going to. That's the truth. When you bully and bully and bully people over and over and over again, what do you think the end result is going to be? Brooke Graham, Nurse Brooke Graham from Lumberton, Texas, who took an oath to try and help people. What do you think the end result is when you do a hate channel where you try to ruin people's lives and you bully them? What's the end game there, Brooke Graham? What is it? What's the end game? What is the end game? You're gonna keep pushing and pushing and pushing until they're dead? Brooke? What's the end game? And you're a nurse working in a hospital? What's the end game, Brooke? What's the end game? I want to fucking know what the end game is, Brooke. You're rich and wealthy according to you. So why do you have to go on YouTube and harass and bully people? Morning, noon, and night, Brooke. What is your end game? Do you want them to die, Brooke? But as a nurse, you're trying to help people live, right? So what is your end game, Brooke? Brooke Graham? Jason Graham, husband of Brooke Graham. What is your end game? Tell me. What, Brooke, you're not blocked here. What's your end game? We all know you're watching, you're commenting on this live. What is your end game? It took me 2 suicide attempts to get away from you. Do you want me to finish the job, Brooke? Do you want Cody to go live tomorrow saying I'm dead, Brooke or Maria? What do you want? What is the fucking end game? Maria Vega, what's your fucking end game, Maria Vega? Your fucking daughter can't stand you. Nor your twin sister, nor your mother, nor your husband, nor the banks you worked for. So Maria Vega, what's your end game, Maria Vega? What's the end game? What is it? Tell me. And Maria, you're a fucking 60 years old, Maria Vega. You're a 60-year-old grandmother who your own daughter not a week or two ago said you're the worst. And you choose YouTube and harassing and bullying people over your own daughter and your grandchild, Maria Vega. So what is your end game? Because clearly your own children.
Don't forget, God. Don't forget. Nobody can tell her what to do because she already raised her children.
And then you have Ann. Oh, Maria's a badass bitch, right? Right? What's the end game? I came clean. My second suicide attempt was thanks to you. I came clean. You wanted it, so it's on your hands now. So what's your fucking end game? Tell me. Tell me what your end game is.
That's your fault. That's what she said.
Oh, it's my fault?
That was your fault.
What? For what?
You can't blame anybody else for any of that stuff because that's your own fault. Nobody made you do it but your own self.
So do I have to take a knife?
What she said.
Do I have to take another knife on live? Right, I'm not doing it, but metaphorically. Do I have to take a knife right now and just go like this and go like this and bleed out on a live for you? Is that what we need to do here? I'm not doing it. I'm just saying metaphorically. What's your end game? What's your end game? Brooke, you're a nurse. Tell me. What's your end game, Brooke? Waiting for it.
Good night. Love you.
Tell me. What's the end game? How many times do I have to try and kill myself to get away from you? That's a fair question, I think. How many times do I have to try to slit my wrist to get away from you? How many times? Tell me. Until I get it right? Tell me. Tell me. How many times do I have to like do this to myself so you'll leave me alone? And when I'm dead? But Kathy's been dead for a year and you still talk about her. Sarissa's been dead, but you still talk about her. So tell me. How many times do I have to do it? Should I get knife happy right now? Metaphorically. Should I get knife happy right now? Brooke Graham? Nurse? Nurse Brooke Graham? What do I have to do to get you off my fucking ass? Tell me. And YouTube is allowing all this to happen. It's fine. YouTube says, cool, we're making money. So, like, listen, it's all good in our books. What a joke. So here's the link if Maria or Brooke or Ann Graham wants to come up. What do I have to do to have you leave me the fuck alone? Tell me, you're all big ballers on the YouTube community, right? Like, you know, you're all like big shots. So tell me, come up on the live. Cooch, where are you? Where's Kelly Kroll from 7 Regency Run in Cincinnati, Ohio? Where are you, Cooch? Hey, Sue E11, where are you? I know you want to be in this mix because, god damn, this E11 girl who I only tried to promote for years makes this whole vision board. And you know, like it's like a third grade teacher put like John Yates on top of her vision board and like writes all this shit about me. Like, okay, girl, that makes you look sane. So E11, come on, come up, Sue. And since we know who you are, I will make sure that you're tagged into what's going on here. Come on. Here's the link. Where's Tony? Where's Tammy? They're all watching. Tony, Taliban Tony, Glenn Crack Tony, you use Laura to be on the show, and then you never got your face on the quarantine special, Tony. Like, okay, come on. It's crazy. This is all so insane. Tony, I need a cavity filled. Can you fill it for me, Tony? So yeah, come on. Here's the link. Grab it. Tell me I'm a piece of shit. You're all watching. All of you are watching right now, and you won't do dick about it. But you'll send somebody to the brink of suicide, won't you? I'm waiting still for like somebody to come up who wants to show me I'm a liar. Why is Brooke or Maria or Anne like, it's like, oh, yibbity bibbity, and it's 8:00 in the morning your time. So like, why aren't you here, Anne? And Brooke, you're a nurse. There's nothing lower than you trying to try and make a mental patient kill themselves even more, Brooke. I mean, like, God almighty. Like, I don't even know. No words. No words. And then you have Maria working at CPAPs over there in Miami, going live, and her job is paying for Maria to harass people morning, noon, and night. Right, Maria? Well, you know what, Maria? When someone kills himself because you rely from your job harassing people, I would hate to see the lawsuit that your job gets because you rely from your job over and over and over again harassing people, Maria. I would hate to see it. I mean, crazy, right? Crazy. But Brooke goes live from her job as a nurse. I mean, like you can't make this up. Brooke goes live from her job as a nurse. And then she even says online that, like, her other coworkers, nurses, whatever, know the voices of my voice and Maria's voice. They all know it. That's how often Brooke goes live from work, because her other, I don't know, acquaintances, co-workers, they all know when Brooke, when they hear my voice or Maria's while Brooke is live, and Brooke said this, that, like, it's too much. Right, Brooke? And Brooke, what's going to happen when someone dies because of it? What's going to happen, Brooke? And Maria has said so many times that, like, her job doesn't care what she does while she's working, whether she's in the office or outside the office. Wow. What's going to happen to Maria's job when they're tagged in a wrongful death lawsuit because they let some crazy employee run their mouth? And then Maria said multiple times on lives that nothing will happen to her because her job loves her. Does your job, Maria, do they know, like, what you're doing while you're under their employ and being in every, Maria, the person who had to get 2 phones to track and record everything, Maria, do you think it's going to be a good thing when someone dies due to your bullying when you're on the clock? Oh, Lord. How's that going to work out for you, Maria and Brooke? And Maria's employer, CPAPs, right, Maria? How's that going to work out for you? And Brooke, how's your hospital going to feel when you have been bullying people to the point of suicide when you're a nurse? Brooke, who tried to break through a window of your own house when your husband was calling the police on you, Brooke. And I guess I had to be like the person that shows it all, right? I had to sacrifice the queen, right? It's me. I had to sacrifice myself to let the world know how horrible you are. Right or wrong? Because the bloody pictures from December wasn't enough for you. So now you're still going in on me. If anything happens to me, just make sure you point the finger at Maria Vega, Ann Allen, Brooke Graham, Kelly Kroll, Fritz Drexler, E11 Sue. Make sure, like, if I'm gone, make sure you point the finger to them. Because metaphorically, it's just so sad that it would have to take somebody dying for them to, like, get their comeuppance. And it's sad. It really is. And I'm fine. But do not... But it is what it is, I guess, right? So... No, I'm not doing anything. I'm just saying, like, it's going to take someone to die for them to stop. And YouTube doesn't care. They don't care. YouTube has allowed at least 9 channels to beat me down and beat me down and beat me down and beat me down. So, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Because I'm always going to be like the loser, the asshole, the drunk, the drug addict, the whatever you want to, like, say I am. But sadly, it's going to take someone killing themselves for them to get attention. And that's the truth. And you all know it. You all know it. You all know it. I'm going to eat lasagna with my husband. But I'm saying that, like, it's not going to stop, sadly, until someone takes their own life. And if you look at Marie and Ann's channel, where they hone in on people, or Brooke's channel, where they hone in on people, or Kuja's channel where she hones in on me, or E11 who hones in on me. And listen, I hope you're good with being a murderer. Put that in your profile. I hope that you're good with being a murderer. From bullying people. Right, Sue? But I'm great. And, you know, if it's not me, it'll be somebody else that they targeted and harassed. That, you know, because they're making money off of it. Jules, you know better. Everybody targeting people on YouTube and trying to make their life a living hell. I hope that, like, you feel some type of, like, weirdness because you're going straight to hell. Because doing this stuff to people to the point where they want to end their lives, like I did back in December and June. Why is no one talking about that? Why is no one talking about that? Why? All these hate channels. Why is no one talking about that? How you push and push people to the edge of their limits. Why is no one talking about that on YouTube? I want to know. I really want to know. I want to know. How can people run hate channels on... Why is that okay? Why is YouTube okay with this? Who has to die for YouTube to make a change? And I'm not being, like, you know, dramatic. Shit, I tried to kill myself twice in 6 months' time. Why is YouTube allowing this to happen? Why? Because they're making money and no one gives a good fuck about anybody? That's why. And if YouTube really gave a good fucking good goddamn, they would stop these hate channels. But they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. Because they're making money off people's sanity and livelihoods. That's the truth. YouTube doesn't care. Sorry. I'm trying to eat my dinner. It's never going to matter. Because as long as I'm alive, they're going to keep coming for me. They are. And sadly, the truth is that it's going to have to take somebody dying for maybe that this will stop. I tried to kill myself twice in the course of 6 months. I tried to kill myself twice in the course of 6 months because of these people. Nobody cares. Do you see In Touch or TMZ or People Magazine writing about it? You see it? I mean, I'm not like Brooke. I don't tag them all in my shit. But like, I tried to kill myself twice because of the bullying I got online. And when they said I didn't try to kill myself good enough, there were cat scratches or whatever the first time, I went a whole lot deeper the second time. And this is all not hush hush. No one talks about it. No one talks about it. The truth is, I tried to kill myself on June 14th. And then when the friends I had turned on me and said I made it up, I did it even worse. December 2nd. But no one wants to talk about that. They want to talk about, like, you know, Molly being on fucking The Single Life or The Last Resort, right? Oh, Molly and Angela are talking about each other. Like, you know, nobody wants to put the real truth out there. And the same people that have been doing this to me are all getting away with literal murder. Literal murder. Why is Brooke or Maria or Anne or Cooch not saying, like, you know, oh, you tormented me? Why is that? They tormented me. Brought me to the point of trying to, like, Dexter myself again in December. Why is no one talking about that? Why? Why? And they're getting paid super chats and cash apps for continuing to set some person over the edge. You don't see Maria Vega trying to kill herself, or Brooke, or Anne, or Cooch, or Terry Lynn, or E11. Have they tried to kill themselves over the harassment they got? Have they tried to? Twice? Have they tried to? But they all had a hand in me doing that to myself. And what's their answer? They keep going and going. So who has to die here? Me? Do I have to die? Vault? Do I have to die, Vault? I mean, Vault, you're a big truth teller, Vault, right? Do I have to die? Maria and Ann, do I have to die? Brooke Graham, do I have to die? Do I have to die? Brooke? People coming to my house, slashing my tires, leaving shit on my car. It's all fine. Have you heard Brooke or Ann or Maria or 11 or Vault or whatever saying like that people came to their house and left shit on their car and was like taking pictures from their bushes and shit? Imagine the fucking uproar. But you're all making money off it, aren't you? You don't care about people's lives. If you did, you wouldn't keep pushing this. So what needs to be done for it to stop? Just wondering. I'm wondering what needs to be done for y'all to stop harassing me. I think it's a fair question. I really do. You'll never understand. And the sad part is, if you get nothing from this live that you can take away from it, just know that YouTube is paying other content creators to bully and harass people to the point where they want to take their own life. Know that. And they're getting paid for it. And getting super chats for it. And I'm going to make a post now on my IG that was, deleted by Brooke, which wasn't, but YouTube is letting this happen. And, unlike Brooke, who tags every, outlet for attention, I will be tagging a whole lot of people on this post. I might do it tomorrow. It's late, I'm tired, but I might do it now. I don't know. But clearly something needs to be done. And YouTube is allowing people to bully and harass people to the point of suicide. I mean, hi, I'm like, hi, me. YouTube has allowed all these people to bully and harass me to the point where I had to try and take my own life twice in 6 months' time. That should be a story. So good night, y'all. And I won't be live for a while. I won't be. Because doing this is getting me nowhere fast. It only makes me feel more sorry for myself, I guess. I don't know. But you know, having the same people lie who dragged you to the point of trying to take your own life, and YouTube still commends it. Good night.